Hello everyone. What is the concept of neighborhood of a point? Okay, so this is very important concept in differential calculus, not in differential calculus, in full calculus. But हम लोग का in our entrance examination का paper always this question will be coming, that neighborhood of a point. Okay, so what is the exactly meaning of this? And I have seen lot of students, they have the question, does it exist? What is the neighborhood of a point? So let's see, let's understand. Suppose there is a point, suppose there is a curve. So let's make one curve. This is a curve. Okay, for this curve there is a point P. So this point is suppose x comma y, and there is a point Q which is the neighborhood of P. इसका मतलब the Q point is x plus h, y equal to fx. If I write, then we'll express this in the form of f of x plus h. The reason is that the increment of x and increment of y is not same, everyone. Not same. Okay, so that is why we cannot write y plus h. We have to write f of x plus h. According to the increment of x, we'll decide with the increment of y. Right? Now the thing is that what is the neighborhood of a point? Let's know. Suppose limit x tend to a. So x is moving towards, suppose this is 0. Suppose for your understanding purpose, I'm explaining you with a, then more clear I'll give you one example. So it will be totally understandable and totally the thing is clear for you. Suppose this is a and x is coming towards a. Suppose from positive side, x is coming to a. How much nearer will it come? Everyone, limit x tend to a plus or limit x tend to a minus, which is very nearer to point A, such that, remember one thing, such that we cannot find so closer point. Okay, so according to the Newton, whatever we think smaller, which is that is less than that, it is a pre-assigned positive quantity. So I am just explaining you with respect to limit x tend to 0. It will be more easier for you to understand. Just see one thing. Suppose there is a point 0 and we are coming to 0 and we are getting the neighborhood of the point 0. Suppose limit x tend to 0 plus. तो हमेशा ही हम लोग ऐसा पॉइंट तो लेते ही है एग्जाम में ना. So just see one thing. If we put x equal to 0.1, suppose this is a 0.1, x equal to 0.1, which is nearer to 0. So some students will say x equal to 0.01, more nearer to the 0.0. Suppose this is 0.01. Somebody will say x equal to 0.0001. So this is more nearer to 0. So everyone, more and more हम लोग 0 put करेंगे. So more nearer it is coming. So which is the point nearer to 0? So simple, does not exist. We have to realize that the point is nearer to the 0, and why this concept is there. According to the Newton, what I told you, that it is a pre-assigned positive quantity. Whatever we think it is lesser than that, it is so nearer to the point 0. You have to realize, but you cannot write this because ऐसा तो कोई value ही नहीं है nearer to 0. Okay. Now just see one thing. I am giving you one example in our one video also. I told you that is y equal to sine of 1 by x. Let's make clear. Let's make concept clear. Sine 1 by x. Limit x tend to 0. X is not exactly 0. So sine 1 by x. What is the value of sine 1 by x? Let's see. Suppose these are 0.0. Now if I put x equal to 0.1. So sine, understand one thing, sine 1 by x, 1 by 0.1 is sine 10. Some value, sine 10. Sine is the periodic function. Think like this. Periodic function, this is 2 pi. 2 pi is 6 point something, 6.229 like that. And 10 is some here. Think like this. So if I tell this is a sine curve, and if I tell you nearer to 0.0, that is, this is the 0.1. if I take more nearer, somebody is telling more nearer to 0, that is 0.01, x equal to 0.01. If I put in sine 1 by 0.01, that is sine 100. Okay, what is the value sine 100? We cannot say it is +1 or -1 or whatever there. Okay, we cannot say. If we come more nearer, to 0, suppose 0.000001, so it's the 1 by sine 1000000. Understood this? So sine 1 by x. So it means as we are coming nearer to 0, so sine curve is fluctuating. I told you in one sub video, sine curve is fluctuating continuously within a small region. Okay, so what is the point nearer to 0, everybody? It does not exist. Just you have to realize that this is nearer to 0. In calculus, you have a lot of application that point nearer to 0 and h. And remember one thing, h tend to 0, whatever we use, limit h tend to 0. Limit means what? Limit means x tend to 0 plus and 0 minus. But h tend to 0, it means it is a pre-assigned positive quantity. Whatever you think, it is lesser than that. तुम जितना छोटा सोचोगे उससे भी छोटा. Okay, it means it does not exist. You have to realize this. Okay, this is the concept of neighborhood of the point. Okay.